I'm Doug Keck. This is an EWTN Bookmark Brief. Just had the pleasure of speaking with Professor John Lawrence Hill about his book, After the Natural Law, How the Classical Worldview Supports Our Modern Moral and Political Values, published by Ignatius Press, available through our EWTN Religious Catalog, of course. Tell us, Professor Hill, why'd you write this book?
The book is an attempt to, in a sense, explore all the difficulties we're having today from a philosophical perspective. It looks at the rise and fall of a concept that has governed really our society, our civilization, for 2 millennia. Only in the last 100 years or so has it fallen apart, and I try to explore how the natural law idea started, developed, and why it broke down.
If there is such a thing as a natural law, how could there stop being a natural law?
Well, of course, the natural law continues to exist, but when we don't live in accordance with it, things begin to go out of tune.
What is it in our present society today, the thinking behind it, that has led to this post-natural law approach?
I think there's just a general skepticism of moral truth at bottom, this idea that there can be objective moral truths of any kind. And of course, to the extent that natural law depends on on God, and people reject the idea that there is a God, they don't want to, they find it a difficult thing to accept.
For the average person who's going to pick up this book and feel like, I hope it's not too much for me, who are some of the thinkers that they hear about all the time that you kind of touch on?
Sure. We talk about John Locke and Rousseau and Hobbes, many of the Descartes, the early modern thinkers. But we move into the 20th century, thinkers like Freud, among others, Skinner, psychologists who kind of took the older idea of the soul and turned it into the self, the secular version of the soul, and then what happened from there is, well, the self becomes fragmented too. Everything gets fragmented when you sort of lift it from the soil of the natural law.
That's why everything seems like it's falling apart all the time.
Yes.
The book is After the Natural Law, How the Classical Worldview Supports Our Modern Moral and Political Values by Professor John Lawrence Hill. Check out the book and check out the entire interview on our on-demand page and also on our YouTube channel, and look for the interview as well on our network soon. This has been an EWTN Bookmark Brief. Thanks for stopping by. We hope to see you next time.